Seattle, 1964. A basement. A U.S. Army Special Forces soldier steps onto the mat. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. Trained in Soviet Sambo, the brutal Russian combat system designed for military hand-to-hand combat. He looks at Bruce Lee and laughs. Kung Fu is dancing. Sambo is war. 3 rounds later, the soldier is tapping out, gasping for air, his undefeated record shattered. What happened in that basement changed both men forever. This is the story of the day. Bruce Lee faced a fighting style he'd never encountered, Soviet Sambo, the combat system used by Russian special forces. No rules, no referees. Just 2 warriors testing their systems against each other. In the first round, Bruce goes to the ground hard. But by round 3, he's adapted, evolved, and dominated. This fight proved that Jeet Kune Do wasn't theory, it was the ultimate fighting system. This is what really happened. Fall 1964, Fort Lewis Military Base, near Seattle. Among the soldiers is Dmitry Volkov, name changed, first-generation Russian-American, 26 years old, Special Forces. His father taught him Sambo before emigrating from the Soviet Union. Dmitry refined it in the Army, fighting hand-to-hand against Marines, Rangers, foreign soldiers. He's never lost. One weekend in Seattle, Dmitry hears about a Chinese instructor claiming Jeet Kune Do can defeat any style. His friends laugh. Let's test this kung fu dancer. They arrive at Bruce Lee's school, unannounced. Bruce is teaching when 4 soldiers walk in. Dmitry steps forward. You Bruce Lee? I am. You claim kung fu beats any style? I teach Jeet Kune Do. It adapts to any style. There's a difference. Dmitry smirks. I'm trained in Sambo Soviet military combat. Ever heard of it? No, never seen it. Then you can't know if your system works against it. Bruce pauses. Want to test it? Dmitry agrees. Bruce suggests his school's basement private, no official paperwork. Tonight, 9 p.m., 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. Light protective gear. We're testing systems, not trying to injure each other. Deal. After they leave, Bruce's student asks, what's Sambo? Soviet grappling. Mix of judo and wrestling, but more aggressive. Leg locks, brutal submissions, designed for military combat. I've read about it, but never fought against it. Tonight, I'll learn. 9 p.m., the basement. Bruce and Dmitry face each other on the mats. Bruce in black pants, no shirt. Dmitry in compression shirt showing his thick wrestler's build. Next to him, Bruce looks tiny. Someone starts the timer. Round 1 begins. Dmitry immediately shoots for a double-leg takedown. Bruce sprawls, defending, but Dmitry's power is overwhelming. He drives through, lifts Bruce, and slams him onto the mat. Bruce hits hard. Dmitry transitions to side control, pinning Bruce with his weight. Bruce tries Wing Chun trapping techniques, but on the ground they don't work. Dmitry is too heavy, too experienced. Dmitry applies a Kimura shoulder lock, a Sambo specialty. Bruce feels his shoulder joint being torqued. He has 2 choices, tap or get injured. Bruce taps. First submission, they reset. Dmitry shoots again. This time Bruce tries to strike as Dmitry comes in. But Dmitry changes levels, grabs Bruce's legs, takes him down again. On the ground, Dmitry moves to mount and applies a cross-collar choke using Bruce's own GI. Bruce taps again. Round 1 ends. Dmitry won both exchanges decisively. His friends grin. Kung Fu doesn't work. But Bruce is calm, watching, learning. 1 minute rest. Bruce analyzes. Sambo relies on closing distance and grabbing. He needs better distance control, timing, and submission knowledge. Round 2 starts. Dmitry shoots for another takedown. But Bruce times a knee strike to Dmitry's jaw as he comes in, not full power, but enough to stun. Dmitry stumbles. Bruce follows with a side kick to the chest, Creating distance. Dmitri tries a different approach, faking the shot, then grabbing for a judo throw. Bruce feels the grip and uses Wing Chun trapping to break Dmitri's hold before the throw completes. Dmitri is surprised. Nobody breaks his grips that fast. Bruce counters with rapid straight punches. Dmitri covers up, then shoots desperately. This time Bruce sprawls, pushes Dmitri's head down, and applies a guillotine choke, a technique he learned from studying submission grappling. Dmitri struggles but can't escape. After 10 seconds, he taps out first submission for Bruce. Round 2 ends. Score: 1 round each. Everything depends on round 3. Final round. Both men are exhausted, sweating, breathing hard. But mutual respect is forming. Dmitri shoots again. But Bruce has seen this pattern 5 times now. He knows the timing. Bruce stuffs the takedown, traps Dmitri's arm, and lands a hook kick to the ribs. Dmitri gasps, ribs bruised. Dmitri tries to clinch, using his size. But Bruce uses Wing Chun sensitivity. He feels Dmitri's weight shift, anticipates the throw, and reverses it using Dmitri's momentum. Now Bruce is on top. He passes Dmitri's guard and moves to mount position. Dmitri tries to bridge and escape, but Bruce's balance is perfect. Bruce applies an arm triangle choke. Dmitri's own shoulder presses against his carotid artery, cutting blood flow to his brain. Dmitri fights it for 15 seconds. His face turns red. Vision blurs. He taps hard, multiple times. Bruce releases immediately. Dmitri gasps for air. The bell rings. Fight over. Bruce won round 3 decisively. Dmitri sits on the mat, catching his breath. How did you learn my style so fast? Bruce sits beside him. I didn't learn Sambo. I adapted to it. First round, you dominated because I'd never faced it. Second round, I started seeing patterns, your setups, your timing. Third round, I knew what was coming and countered. But those submissions, guillotine, on triangle, those aren't kung fu. Exactly. That's Jeet Kune Do. I don't limit myself to one style. When I needed grappling, I used grappling. When I needed distance, I kicked. When I needed close range, Wing Chun, I adapt to the situation. Dmitri's worldview shifts. In Sambo, we're taught our system is complete, superior, but you just proved nothing is complete. Every style has strengths and weaknesses. Sambo's strength? Grappling and takedowns. Weakness? You commit fully, which opens you to strikes. My weakness? I'm smaller, less grappling experience. Strength? Speed, adaptability, multiple ranges. Dmitri extends his hand. Can I train with you? That's why we fight to learn. Dmitri trains with Bruce for 6 months before shipping to Vietnam. He credits Bruce with saving his life. The adaptability he learned helped him survive multiple combat situations. Years later, Dmitri told a martial arts magazine, "Bruce Lee showed me that no style is complete. That night changed how I fought, how I thought, how I survived. I owe him everything." The basement fight became legend in Seattle's martial arts community. Word spread. Bruce Lee fought a Soviet-trained Special Forces soldier and won by adapting on the fly. But Bruce never bragged about it. When asked, he simply said, "Sambo is a great system. I learned from it." That's what Jeet Kune Do is: constant learning, constant adaptation. Soviet Sambo versus Jeet Kune Do. Military combat system versus adaptive martial arts. Round 1, Sambo dominated. Round 2, even. Round 3, Evolution 1. In a Seattle basement in 1964, Bruce Lee proved the best style is no style. The best system is constant adaptation. And the best fighter never stops learning.